All right, guys, welcome to Texas Gulf Surfer, episode number 28.
I can't believe it. It's episode 28. Welcome to the show. My name is Jeff DiCampli, your self-professed surf ambassador. How you like that, man? We have such an awesome guest tonight. I'm excited about this. Before we get started, let me introduce my co-host. Let me see what I got. He is sharper than your grandpa's pocket knife. Give it up for Austin Campbell, King of Surfside, everybody.
Right on. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Jeff.
Sharper than your grandpa's pocket knife.
That's pretty sharp. Sometimes I think I cut my finger on
One of
grandpa's
my
pocket
best
knife.
yet.
So, we do have we got a great
to the left of you, man.
great guest, Jess DiCampli.
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 Yeah.
Right.
Italian like me,
like Italian. There we go.
DiCampli.
So,
I love it.
man, we're glad to have you in. You're soon to be Surfside local, I heard, and then great surfer out here, artist, all kinds of stuff. So tell us a little about your stuff.
Yeah.
So,
How old are you? Where you come from? Good stuff like that.
Yeah.
We want to know. A lot of people want to know.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, I'm 33.
God, baby.
I originally came from Virginia, but I've lived in Texas for 20 years.
Good for you.
man,
I surfed for the first time in 2016.
Okay.
so you didn't you didn't surf when you were in Virginia? Did you? You didn't surf there? Were you by the beach when you were in Virginia?
No, we were
No.
farther inland.
Okay. So you started surfing in Texas?
Started surfing in Texas.
Right
Yeah.
on, that's cool. Like most of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to be a full-time local here. And, we've had 28 episodes and probably only about 10 guests. We really like to pick our guests strategically. And we just kind of thought you were kind of an up-and-comer, a gal on the move. You're doing some things with your art and wetsuits and everything from music and stuff like that. So we kind of feel you're kind of on the move. We like to get people that are just on that wave, so to speak. And so we're kind of digging what you're doing. I have learned some things, Austin, and I did some research. We learned some cool stuff about you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes,
we do a little digging,
yeah,
little digging
I'm
here.
so curious.
We also interviewed your fiance, Ivan Levine, one of our local surfers, great surfers. He's right here offset. One of my favorite surfers, great style. Love to watch him. And you guys surf together. But so your art, man, you have done some things here in Surfside, not just for me and Crystal, but you have art all over this daggum city. Tell me about that.
Yeah. Well, I'm starting to, for sure.
Yeah.
I've got a mural down Seashell right now. I've got one on Coral Court, Surf Drive,
Yeah,
of course,
that's
of course.
pretty
Love
big.
that
That's a
one.
nice one. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
I'm working on some signage right now.
Good.
Yeah. And then there's some perspective projects.
Nice. So how'd you get in? Was like art something you always did when you were a kid, like drawing or something, or did you just kind of like get into it later on? And was it like a hobby that turned into a business now?
Yeah, so it's actually kind of a funny story. I learned that I could draw when I was like 15. So there was this photograph that I had, and it was a photograph of a horse. I did competitive horseback riding when I was younger.
Great.
Right on.
And so one day, I was actually at the beach. I was at Crystal Beach with my parents, and I was bored as hell. And so I decided to try and draw this picture of a horse, and I was like, oh, damn, like that
It's
looks
pretty good.
exactly like the picture. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it kind of took off from there, and then I started doing it in high school and college, and yeah,
Man,
So you
that-
went to school and did art in school.
I did. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
See, that is so interesting to me because I reached out to a friend of the show, Steve Hirsch, photographer, artist out of Galveston.
Mhm.
And I said, man, y'all just like born with this gene that people like me don't get. And so that's interesting. I guess I want to think that y'all slave over these art studios and schools all your life, but some people are just like born and gifted with it. And I know your inspiration is surfing in the sea because everything you do has really kind of like the one you did for us. It integrates the birds of Surfside, the whole backdrop is like you're in Surfside with boards and birds, and I just love that. And I think that's cool how you kind of stay with that theme.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
definitely taken over my life.
Yeah, cool.
So it's
Cool.
like surf with the art kind of
Yeah.
combines together, and then you have like, I mean, you're in the right place for that, right? I mean, it's the beach.
Yeah.
And so and then there's a lot of people. I mean, Surfside's known for kind of people have signs on their houses or little art on their houses.
Yeah,
So
that's
we're definitely not a HOA place, right? Like you could
Yeah.
have pink polka dotted house if you wanted to, which is why a lot of people love it. So it's kind of perfect for here. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure you've been approached with painting surfboard signs for houses and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
We get that. We get asked that all the time. So
And that's
I'll
the
send them your way.
Oh,
Yeah.
heck
Yeah.
yeah.
Do customers just kind of cut you loose and just say, do what you do, which is, I think, kind of what we did at our place. I think Crystal maybe told you one or two things, but you just kind of went with it and then it turned out spectacular.
Thank
Is that
you.
what typically happens, or?
Ooh, it's 50-50. Sometimes I get
Right.
complete free reign. Sometimes I get like a broad idea and then I kind of have to figure something out. And then sometimes people want very specific things and I'm like, all right, cool. Like we'll make it happen.
Awesome. You want to know what the world said about you?
Uh,
You want to know what the world said about her? Jess DiCampli is a Texas-based artist known for her dynamic and multidisciplinary approach to art. While specific awards are such things as she does murals, ceramics, sculptures, wow, photography, painting. Oh my gosh, and you've done some things. You're also an instructor with the Monarch School of Art in Houston. You've done things with Hardy Nance. So you're not just a local kind of art phenom. You're sort of kind of known around. You've done some things. It says right here you have.
what is that? What is
See,
that?
I know things, man. I know people.
We got a couple of your things right here that are some of your like ceramic,
Yeah,
I guess,
tell us
stuff,
about
right?
those.
Right.
I dig
We have
that.
like the cup, the coffee cup, right?
Yeah.
And then kind of like a sculpture / like painting, I guess you'd say. What would you call that?
So that was actually a piece of a surfboard. It was a tail of a surfboard that was cut off and then I
No way.
painted it.
Just painted something on it.
Yeah,
Sweet. Yeah.
I
So
love that.
recycled art
man.
is even like, it's great. It's art from
Absolutely.
something else. So we're gonna have to do some like collab on some boards or something.
I would love that.
I think that'd be a good idea.
That would be super cool.
Yeah. It's always cool to do something that, you know what I've always wanted to do, I've never had a chance, is you take like 3 boards and it could be like a long board and a fish and an egg or whatever. Put them together, do a single painting with them all together, and sell them separate, man. Or somebody can buy them all 3, but then they're like, it's like they're together as one, you know. But then I don't know, they might be sold all separate.
Yeah.
I've seen a few ones like that where it was like 3 boards worth of painting together, and
Yeah, like they stand alone, but they also go together.
right, something like that.
Have you painted a board yet?
I have.
Cool.
Yeah,
cool. Okay.
I have one board that I painted this dolphin skeleton on. I painted it like forever ago, but
No kidding.
yeah.
Reason being is I'm having a board made. Maybe Austin, we can invite her in
Do something.
to do the
So
artwork
have
for
you
my
done,
board.
That would be so cool.
I want that
It
now.
would
What do you
Yeah.
want?
I don't know. I'm just going to cut you loose and say, man, make it happen.
So have you
Okay.
done mostly the work on top of the glass? Like it's already like a
Yeah.
finished board that
Yeah,
was glass and
yeah.
everything. So, because really on the foam, it, you know, besides
Yeah.
resin colors, it's usually airbrush because
Okay.
it's foam, you know.
So if you're making a board, how would that work? Would you do it on the
what I'm wondering.
fiberglass?
Most of the time, it would be done with like maybe Posca pens
Okay.
on fiberglass.
Right,
What
right,
is
right.
that? Tell us.
A Posca
people.
pen is what like a lot of people see, like, you know, the board like Lost Surfboard, the art they use, or Drew Burfee, the art he does.
Mhm.
That's used. Posca pens are used in that. So it's a specific
Yeah,
maybe art style kind of that are used for them.
It's an acrylic paint marker.
They are like water-based, waterproof, fast drying paint pens. So they're really good. And Charlie Smith, you know, he has a mowing business, but a lot of people, he's a great artist, right? People don't know that. He kind of came up with his own style where he would use a paintbrush to fade the markers in with water and stuff like that and fade it. So it's pretty
Oh,
cool.
that's
He's
cool.
always, I mean, Charlie, he'd be good at saying, hey man, this is what I used to do. I think it would lend itself, your style to that real good. You know what I'm saying? As far
Yeah.
as like the painting with the Posca pens.
Yes,
So
I'm
would
gonna
it
have you
go
come in
on
and do it.
would it go on the cloth?
That's
It
what
would
I
go
was
on
wondering.
the,
And then,
after the
like,
board's
be-
completely done, you would put it on the board like it's done, and then we would put a clear coat over it.
Okay, I
Ah,
Yeah,
gotcha.
generally
gotcha.
most of those boards are done with a spray finish over the top of them because the resin could possibly react to the marker.
Okay, I
Most
gotcha.
colors don't, but there are a few colors that do, so you never know. So generally, in that case, you do what we call like a spray finish, but it still turns out, you know, it's still pretty much the same. You just have a clear finish over it.
Okay.
Yeah, and as long as you're comfortable, we'll kind of do a piece of you doing it, the piece.
Sure.
Meaning we'll tape it as you're kind of doing it, and that'd be part of it because we're
Oh
gonna
yeah,
do
no, it'd
step
be
by step.
cool. I
That's gonna
think
be way
I
cool.
think
I'm liking that.
it'd be great, especially with your skill of painting and stuff like that. So.
Oh yeah.
I remember when you were doing the mural at our beach house, and I kind of went back there, and I was like, you're all into your own mode, and then this, that, and the other. And I said, better not bother her. I might mess it up. And I was like, what
No.
were you thinking? And what were you? And it was unbelievable because you just kind of told me, yeah, I had a basic idea, and then I took off, and I said I knew what my surfboard looked like, and you painted, I believe, your surfboard,
Yeah,
right?
my surfboard's on that.
I love it. Her surfboard's on
It's
my house.
on your
Well, I mean,
house, yeah.
you look
But
at it
dude,
more than any other surfboard,
listen,
right? So it's
my man with no
I love my
particular
surfboard.
direction. She just went artsy fartsy, and it just happened. Man, it was cool.
One thing about artists because I'm a tile guy by trade, and I'm a shaper, so I've been called an artist before, which loosely I can agree, but
Sculptural.
it's too and see the thing is I use lines and numbers and draw and templates, right? I couldn't draw. I think when I was in third grade, I could draw Voltron pretty good, but you know what I'm saying? That was like second, third grade, and you don't do it. But I can't sculpt anything. I can't see in my head that now I can see the surfboard and I can do the lines and stuff, but we can't.
His mom again.
Look, it's David Cunningham this time.
Instead of his mom.
And he's probably with my mom. Oh, bad joke, bad joke.
Bad joke. Okay.
And we had to throw that in there.
Moving on.
And so anyways, so for me to see someone who can
it's fascinating to me.
They have a blank canvas and they have it in their head what they're supposed to do, and then they start drawing and it just starts coming out and it just starts appearing.
Yeah.
For me, that's always been kind of wild when I watch an artist do that, because I have a template and I have lines and a tile. I'm measuring and I'm doing all these things. Some artists are measuring and stuff, and I'm sure you measure for your centers and stuff like that. But for most part, y'all just see it and you just go for it and it just appears.
I mean, there's a process behind it, and everybody's process is different,
Yeah.
With me, for example, I will get a concept, or if I'm doing a personal piece, I'll have a concept, and I will look for reference photos. So I'm not just pulling these images out of my head, but I'm finding reference photos and then compiling them
right
into the vision that I'm trying to make.
That kind of relates more in my brain as far as hey, I want a board like this or like this or like this, and then I kind of create it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's sometimes where you've had something in your head and you saw it, right, and just kind of draw it.
Sometimes.
But it's more. But you see stuff and you're like, oh, I could draw that. That's a good picture, and then change it up a little bit.
Oh, change it up for sure. I'll take it. It's almost like collaging,
That makes sense.
and using certain pieces as reference.
That makes sense.
That head, and then I don't know.
No, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, well, that was interesting because when you did the mural for our place, you didn't have any stencils or anything. You were just back there, and I noticed you just did it in what I call freehand. Is that what it was? Tell me what.
I mapped it out first.
Okay,
I did a sketch in my sketchbook. I had to do a sketch in my sketchbook for that one because of the railing. So there was the railing and all the windows.
That's
So I
right.
couldn't do a digital, I couldn't impose it digitally
Oh.
first. So I had to that's why I had to measure everything. I had to measure everything so I could scale it down into my sketchbook and then plan it. And so then I was using that sketchbook rendering when I was working on your house.
So the scale. So do you ever have people, and I'm sure this happens, where they're like, hey, I got this picture and I want this right here. And you're like, man, that won't fit right there. Or, that's not, that's 10 times bigger than your house is, or that's 10 times smaller. You have to kind of talk to them about we can do something like that, but it can't be exactly like that because you don't have this, their canvas is maybe not exactly what it is for the.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not it's not usually about the sizing. It's more about sometimes people will come to me and they'll pull a picture from the internet and they'll be like, I want this picture on my house or my wall or whatever. And I'm just like, well, I'm not just going to steal someone's work and then put it on your house.
I feel that too, for sure.
We can use this as inspiration.
Right.
But we got to create something else.
Yeah, no, I feel that for sure.
Well, man, I'm definitely a fan. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you have not driven down Surf Drive, look over to your left and see the mural she did on my place. so nice, and it just makes everybody smile. I see people stopping and looking, taking pictures. It's so cool,
Aw.
and it makes me happy too.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
the
it
people
brings
walking. You
happiness
see the
to
people
somebody.
walking, pointing at the, especially that's what's great about Surfside, man. I'm sure you'll have quite a few more before it's,
Yeah.
before it's said and done. So
Another cool thing about you're part of the whole young women's surf movement here that's really kind of blown up in the last few years in Surfside. We're getting a lot of gals. I know you're doing something. I want you to tell us about this wetsuit venture that you're doing with our friend and friend of the show, Betsy Salcido. And she's a great gal, and she's
Yeah.
kind of hooked you up with this wetsuit thing. Tell me about that. I think it's kind of cool. I guess because growing up, man, you got what was on the rack.
Yeah.
yeah,
You never had options to have a polka dotted with a, flame, So tell me
Yeah.
about how this is and how you got involved. This is a cool thing, I think.
Yeah.
The company's name is
Ocean Tailored.
Ocean Tailored.
Mhm.
Love it. Love it.
yeah. They're a good company, and we're actually going to be carrying some of them at the surf station too. So, but tell us about what your project with them.
Because you got a cool promo about it.
Yeah,
We're going to play
yeah.
that at the end of the show.
Yeah. So, Betsy was actually looking for. I believe she's the director of marketing for
Gotcha.
Ocean Tailored, something
Yeah.
like that.
Right.
And she had put it out there that she was looking for artists, right? And I was like, oh, I'm curious.
Oh,
So
I didn't know
I sent
that.
her a message and I was like, hey, like,
Yeah.
what's going on? So she told me about it, and
This is so
you know,
great, man.
I was like, oh, like that's super sick. I would love to be involved. So that's kind of how I was introduced to it. And then when I started learning more about the brand and like the sustainability and the customizability of the
Love it,
wetsuits, I
man.
was
That
like,
is
oh my gosh, like
It's
I
pretty
feel
cool.
so aligned with everything here. And then it's like marrying art with surfing.
It's right up your alley. I love
Yeah.
that, especially wetsuits. I mean, I like it when a girl comes out with the cool. I know Roxy got into kind of early on and had some cool wetsuits and rash cars and stuff. I like it.
Well, some
I
people
mean,
get tired of just a black wetsuit.
yeah,
I
we
mean,
want to
what
see
I'm saying?
style, man. We want to see all that
I mean,
stuff.
some of us don't care about it, but sometimes it's like nice to have just a different color. Or, I mean, if the
Yeah.
guy's out there taking pictures of you, at least you're like, oh, that's me because I was wearing that color wetsuit. So I mean, it helps, and
Yeah. And
you
it's just
know,
fun.
and they're good wetsuits.
They are good
So
wetsuits.
you got one here. Let's
Yeah,
see what
yeah,
you got.
yeah.
So
check
this
this out.
is your design. This is
Yeah,
your
so
design.
this
Oh,
is my
this is
design,
too cool.
and
Hold
this
it up
is
real
my
good.
like
I
I
love
guess
it.
signature artist sweatsuit.
Love
Um,
that. That's the Jess DiCampli custom wetsuit model. That is awesome,
yeah.
man.
And they
Yeah.
got like so Yamamoto neoprene,
Yes,
right? So
That
Yamamoto
is
it's
good
super
neoprene.
stuff.
stretchy. It's like good for the environment because it's
Yeah,
mostly limestone.
limestone.
Let me take a peek
Yeah,
at
yeah,
this.
yeah,
I
please.
love
Yeah.
this, man. This is cool. So this wetsuit,
It probably it would look great on you too.
Yeah.
yeah, it would. It matches mine
Yeah.
actually.
Cute.
But so with the good old interweb and stuff, you knew how to make this print on this wetsuit.
Yeah.
You made it for you,
Yeah.
color and all. That is too cool. Now, do men have options like this, or is this more for the ladies?
So they have
I'm curious.
their customability.
Customized.
I'm going with that word. We're going with
Yeah.
that word. We
So,
credited it here.
They have so much. You're able to customize your wetsuit pretty much almost how you want it. They got a lot of different colors. They got some different stock designs,
Mhm.
and obviously they have some artists that they've reached out to get some art designs and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So, the sizing, the stretchy, they're super stretchy because the Yamamoto neoprene. I know the water can't get in, doesn't intrude. It has less water
Love
intrusion.
this stuff.
Oh, definitely.
So the water doesn't go through. So they're great wetsuits. And then you have the people who are like, hardly a lot of people are like XLT or extra large tall or extra large small or this and that. So what they do is instead of having all those sizes that some of us retailers get stuck with,
Mhm.
is they have, hey, we're going to give you some certain measurements you take those measurements, send them to us, and we're going to send you a wetsuit that's just for you.
Mhm.
And so that makes a big difference for a lot of people because, I mean,
Well,
a lot of people are in wetsuits that fit kind of right.
let me ask you, Jess. So I want to get a wetsuit for my niece. She's an up and coming little surfer girl, right? I
Mhm.
want you to design it for her. So tell me what platforms you're on: social media, Instagram, Facebook, different things that people can find you.
Yeah.
So tell me what you're out there on, how they find you, how they see that latest promo tape that I really dug. You showing the Ocean Tailored, right?
Ocean Tailored.
I
Yep.
love that. And you were showing it, and you went out and you did surfing, and Ivan produced it, man. This
Ivan
guy's got
did, yes.
This guy's got some technical skills. We got to get him in here on Texas Golf
Directing.
I
Surf.
thought it was like professional
Absolutely,
done
you
from
should.
Ocean Tailored or
I
something
didn't
like that.
Man, we
Yeah,
got to
Ivan filmed it. He was the director, and I put the edit together. And
our future producer on Texas Golf Surfer, Ivan Levine, ladies and gentlemen.
It pays nothing, but
he's running for the
benefits are
door.
terrible.
Oh, bye, Ivan. He's stuck off. So
but-
tell me what you're on, how we find you out there.
yeah, so I am on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
And then as far as the promo goes, it is both on Ocean Tailored's Instagram as well. It's a collaboration between us.
Okay,
So-
good.
And they have
good.
like a coupon code that puts up there for you. Or
Yeah,
something like that?
yeah.
But you can design it for somebody, measurements included.
Yeah.
Right. Because if I tried to do that by myself, it probably wouldn't turn out very good.
So
Well-
you can either do, like Austin was saying, you can do custom sizing, but
Okay.
they also have the standard sizing.
Yeah, they have
as well.
they have certain standard sizings. They have the extra large, medium, small. I think they
Mhm.
tried to get away, and I've noticed this from other wetsuit companies, is a lot of them are trying to get away from some of those in between sizes that don't sell. I
Mhm.
think like XLT, extra large tall, medium tall, but then you get into like medium short, small tall, this and that. And then
Mhm.
I think that a lot of those times you don't even get the right size even when you're in
Yeah,
between.
absolutely.
So getting it measured to you.
Some people have long torsos.
Yep.
Some people have long legs.
I have like long torso, not as long legs as you would think, being 6'1", right? So I'm like, I got like a swimmer body and my arms are like I should be like 6'7" or something like that. So I have these long arms and long torso, but not as long legs. So yeah,
Like an
I
orangutan.
have to wear an extra large because I can't get a large tall over my shoulders.
Yeah.
But then the extra large is a little bit big here and a
Mhm.
little bit long in my legs, but fits my torso. So a lot of people have that problem. So Ocean Tailored, I think, is
Ocean
Yeah,
Taylor,
like
man.
that's the solution.
That is. I love that.
and the prices. I mean, you're talking for
Yeah.
a long sleeve, a full 3-2 long sleeve wetsuit custom. It's still in like the $400 price range, $450 or something like
Yeah.
that, which is,
That's super reasonable,
I mean,
though.
that's what
Very good wetsuits.
they got. Any good wetsuit is going to be pretty
Yeah,
close to that
for
price anyway.
sure.
So
So
Well-
for full customizability.
Ability, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what we're
yeah.
going with.
It's a new
Yeah,
word
yeah.
discovered here
Yeah,
tonight.
like meets the price. Like I don't see why you wouldn't do it.
I really like that. I'm glad you're involved with that company. I think this is probably going to be one of many things that kind of comes your way in the surf industry. I
I
think.
hope so.
Yeah, I think your art, your keen eye for kind of what people want to wear and see. I think somehow you're going to move forward in that genre. I want to welcome you to Surfside because you are currently going to be a resident here in a very short period of time. She is moving.
Surfside local.
She's currently engaged to Ivan, our
Yeah,
local
yeah,
buddy
yeah.
here. She's moving to Surfside, so you'll see her in the lineup probably more than me in Austin. But we're going to
Although
really
I
be
will,
glad
I
to
will,
have
I
you
will
there.
warn you though, and Ivan will say this: that people, once you live in Surfside, sometimes it's like you surf less than the people that live in Houston. You start getting a little pickier. You start getting a little, it's not quite, that's it
Nah.
just happens,
You're a
But-
perfect fit for
so
this
you've
place.
been,
Come on.
you've been like
Come
surfing
on.
in different places though, like y'all
Tell us
you go to
about
Costa
this.
Rica quite a
Yep.
bit.
Yeah, we went to. We've been to Costa Rica a few times.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand that, and I know this does not have anything to do with why, Ivan is with you, and that is your family has place in Costa Rica.
They do, yeah.
Okay. And that is no.
makes
He
it's
told
a
me I
lot
can
of
come
incentive.
anytime I want.
It's an incentive. Man, my fiance's got a place down in Costa Rica. I go, yeah, babe.
He didn't even know this. This was like he was
Got
like,
it.
what?
Tell us about that. That's cool. How did your mom and dad discover that? Like way back when?
Yeah, I think they went on a vacation to Costa Rica at some point and decided, oh, this is where we want to retire.
Excellent.
It's not a bad place.
I love that. And so then you start surfing. You connect the dots. Man, mom and dad are there. I like to surf.
Yep, yep.
Couldn't have worked out any
Makes
better.
it
yeah.
easier for sure.
I love that, man. That
Man.
is so great.
And
So,
family time too.
Yeah, hang out with family. So, I'll say this, like Jeff was saying, there's a lot of women surfers out there, more
Mhm.
than there used to be.
Yeah.
And just like groups together, right? So y'all got a pretty good group of chicks that are out there surfing that kind of hang out together and kind of do some things. And I mean, there's some pretty good women out there that are just as good as any of the men. So I don't like to
Oh,
just say, I
absolutely.
don't like to
100%.
just say like, well, y'all, those are good women surfers. I'm like, no, man, like I always say like Molly's as good as any guy surfer
Oh, yeah.
out there,
Oh,
right?
heck yeah.
And like, you got a really great style when you're out there surfing. Like
I
you
appreciate
know,
that.
like you can see, you know, certain people like Ivan. You can tell it's Ivan when he's surfing.
Oh yeah.
You could tell it's you. You know, and so I think that
you know when it's Chris.
You're a pretty good surfer. You got some people watching you out there surfing. You ever thought about competing or anything? You just like to surf for fun?
Oh no, no.
You just like to surf for
I mean,
fun.
yeah, I
Yes,
like to
yes.
surf for fun. I've thought about it maybe a tiny little bit, but I don't know. It just makes me nervous. Like I feel like I'm gonna paddle out and just not catch any waves.
No, you would do great. And sometimes you just do it. It's more about doing the fun and stuff. But
I think now you get a lot of people out there just kind of to where they're all getting
you
together and hanging out.
Jess, are you involved with this at all? Or know about this International Women's Surfing Association? Gala, it's in Galveston.
I heard about it. I'm not involved with it.
I'm going to make sure you get this flyer and pass it amongst all the girl surfers, because this is going to be a thing about. And people were saying, do I got to be a legend or a famous person to come? I said, no, if you even remotely like surfing as a female, come to this event. This is really, really going to be a cool thing. Texas Surf Museum.
That was like the first group of women that like competed. Isn't that what that is?
That's how far back it goes.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool.
Wow.
We're going to go and we're going to do it. It's going to be kind of a fun thing. So we celebrate the lady surfers.
The Surf Museum has a lot of good things too. They've been doing. You've been out there?
No, I want to go though.
It's pretty cool. They got like it's like a kind of bi-level thing where they have like downstairs. They have a little smaller upstairs, and they do a good job of changing the exhibits.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, they've been talking about having like eventually one of the things they've talked about was, you know, surfer art exhibits. So
that's super cool.
It's going to be coming. They've been hitting up all the ones, and I know people are like, well, "What about these guys?" I'm like, just they're they're going to change them every few months. They like to change them, so there's going to be all kinds of stuff to do.
I know they're featuring Chris Guy. I don't know how to say his last name. Gaiotas?
I believe that's correct.
Yeah. They're featuring his stuff right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
I really want to go see it.
Yeah, it's a pretty good thing they put together over there.
It's a lot of fun. So, man, what's on the hit parade for you in the future? What's coming up for you, man? Where do you see yourself in 12 months? Yeah, isn't that a fun question?
Oh, that's a tough question.
Where are you going? Tell me your direction. Doesn't have to
just
be
kind of working on keeping the art going more, keeping the working on more murals and stuff like that.
Yeah, I definitely want to work on more murals. And then you know, recently with this wetsuit project, I really found a passion in it.
Like designing, like
the
clothing, maybe.
Yeah, like the design aspect of it. So my background is technically in graphic design.
Okay.
So I have the skills, but I do a lot of physical art. But yeah, when I got to do this, and it was like I was saying, marrying art and surfing, I was like, yeah, like I want to do more of this.
That's
so
cool.
like
Bingo.
I would love
there
to.
might be some more clothing brands out there.
Yeah, I would love to collaborate with some like surf, like swimwear brands, wetsuit brands, whatever.
That's kind of the direction I suspect you will naturally gravitate to the more apparel design and stuff like that. Just because that's just kind of where you go.
Yeah.
You know?
But I mean, other than that, like working on more murals, traveling.
Yeah.
Where you guys want to go in Costa Rica? Where you going to travel? I want to hear about that.
Oh man, there's so many places I want to go. So many places we want to go.
Do it before you settle down and have a family. Travel as much as you can now, because you get hamstringed when you start having kids. You can't quite go quite as much.
Then you got to wait until after they all graduate,
right?
Go to college, and now you can start traveling.
All you young people, travel now. Go, free bird.
Oh man, but yeah, it's so man. The surf's starting to pick up a little bit.
Yes.
It's been flat for a long time. You got
today.
some surf
Tell
today,
me about
right?
the surf.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I surfed at 91st in Galveston today. It was a little shifty, but there were some nuggets.
Right. That's cool. It looked like I was busy at the shop today, so there was people in and out. You know, oh, the surf's good over here. It's good over there. Everybody, you know, Mel said it was epic.
You know, I'm really pumped to collaborate on this surfboard for me. Here's why.
Me too.
Because we were just going to go panic and go like all white, and KP was like, "Oh, I'm so happy." But now we're going to get all cool.
But it's still going to be. But it's still going to just be all white when we're building it.
Yes, but I'm talking about the final product.
When she's done, then she gets to do all her stuff. So it'll be KP can still just relax and not have to do a bunch of color this time, and you can handle all that stuff.
Oh, heck
that's going to be so awesome.
I think it'll be cool just to get. Like I'm just gonna stay back and watch.
Me too. So
you give her the idea and you do the thing.
Yeah, what you might want to do.
Wait, so what are you getting shaped?
It's going to be a Gulf Coast type egg board, smaller board, 7.2, so you have a little bit smaller canvas something like over there, and
Perfect.
you just really go with it, man. I want it to
My only
pop.
suggestion is on the bottom.
Oh, okay, yeah,
You
yeah.
do the
Oh,
artwork on
yeah,
the
for
bottom.
sure, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's where, because
That's
you're
what
just
you're
gonna
supposed
be
to do.
waxed every
Yeah,
time you
that's what I'm
deck, you know
saying.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I hate
So
waxing a beautiful board. It just kills me every time. The artwork's
right?
got to be on the
I
bottom.
feel that.
Yeah, man. So yeah, artists really freak me out in the way because I have no artistic ability. And how you guys just do it is, I was thinking about things I wanted to ask you, and that was all what I want to know. How do y'all do this thing? And I understand there's probably like method acting. There's probably people who can take an art course and get
Mhm,
much better. That is not me.
mhm.
Oh,
I see artists, they just like any other skill, they get better, right? The more you practice, the better you get.
Sure.
And the more you refine your
yeah,
certain style and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Some people are definitely born with more of that than some people work over
yeah.
years to
But
get, and then some people to perfect their skills. Some people are more abstract and some people are more
Yeah.
portrait oriented,
Yeah, there's
right?
so many different
So
styles, so many different ways of creating art, like,
yeah.
and I'm sure there are similarities between artists, but, like, there's just so many different ways to do it, so
it's each, that's what's great about,
But
like
from doodling into the sand to where you're at now, I think it's pretty cool. Right?
you wouldn't,
It's a
was that
journey, man.
something
It's a
like you,
journey, bro.
I mean,
absolutely.
you went to school for it, so you definitely were looking to go down that career path, right?
Yeah.
Right. So
Oh, I knew. Yeah, like I was kinda saying earlier, when I learned I could draw and then I started, like, doing stuff in high school, I was like, "This
yeah.
is what I'm doing."
Well, I mean,
So,
everybody, and it's like come all the way to like this, like the
Yeah.
wetsuit where it's like clothing. So I mean, and that's getting somebody to say, "Hey, throw some art or throw some design on our clothing," or doing that's pretty cool. I think because
Heck
then
yeah.
you get to see your stuff out there.
It's super
Somebody
exciting.
doesn't even
yeah,
you don't even know walks by, and you're like, "Oh man, I designed that." It's kind of
something you're passionate about.
it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I was walking in the mall in Houston, and I saw somebody walk by with a Psycho hat. And this was like
Oh my
8 years
God.
ago. Like,
Fell
Yeah.
over.
and I was just like, I don't know that guy. Like, who is it? And so I know, you see drive by, and you're like, I painted that, or I did that, or that's my wetsuit I designed. So that's
Yeah.
cool, man. So I guess we'll be ready to surf, and it won't be long. We'll be in wetsuits,
Yes,
and
and
the surf looks like it. I guess we'll give everybody a little surf
give
report
give a
before we
little
go.
surf report as we
Yeah.
wind things down.
It looks like we're gonna have just not great, but surf for like
Yeah.
a week. You know what I'm saying? Just
Right, man.
maybe knee high, so everybody can kind of get their gills wet and kind of get a little salt back in their system. So
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice, man. A lot of people surfed over the weekend, man. A lot of people in the water. Everybody was just really having a lot of fun. It wasn't great.
when
I'd
it
give
was
it about
flat,
a 2 swirly top. What do you think?
probably about two,
About a 2.
two
2 swirly
swirly
tops.
tops.
We love swirly tops.
Yeah.
Well, man, Jess DiCampli, man, I'm telling you, if you guys don't get out there and find her on Facebook, Instagram, and all the different social medias that's out there, you're going to see some cool artwork. She is an inspiring young lady. Check her work out all around Surfside and abroad. And when you see her at Jetty Park or out with her pink surfboard, man, pull up, say hi. You'll see her with Ivan, man. They're super, super cool people. And man, I'm a fan. I'm looking forward to where you're going, and I'm looking forward to you doing my board, man.
Yeah, we'll get you in here for some stuff for sure. Get his, and then maybe we can work on something else too.
Okay,
So
heck yeah.
it's
Lem
always cool to
Right.
do some different projects. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Thank you for coming in, and again, we apologize to Matthew McConaughey. We ran out of time.
Sorry,
again,
man. We went real late. We'll see you next time, guys.
All right, man. Love you guys. Peace out.
Have a good one. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
All right, man.
Come with me to test out my new Ocean Tailored Wetsuit with the limited edition art print that I designed. I'm Jess DiCampli, and I am an artist and a surfer. I created this print called Treasures of the Sea as a tribute to the subtle beauty and strength exhibited by our oceans. Much like the symbol of the shell, this suit will provide protection and resilience against the elements while encouraging your inner strength and confidence. These suits are buttery soft and super warm to keep you going through your surf sessions from sunrise to sunset. To get your suit with Treasures of the Sea, you can head over to oceantailored.com and use this code for 10% off.